Yo, you're watching Shurkou and we are back with some more Wild Rift Esports, and as you can see we are actually going to be continuing the best of three between Echo and Western G that we started a couple of days ago, and we're mainly continuing it because the first game was such an absolute banger, so many crazy team fights. Both teams seem to like picking heavy team fighting compositions, and as you can see we're jumping straight into the draft and it looks pretty similar again. The only difference is, or the main differences are, that Diana is banned out this time by Western G because it seemed a little bit too strong in the hands of Echo, and Echo actually first picking the Camille away from Western G. However, Galio picked up and the Wukong right away again, just like in the first game, so we will see lots of dives, lots of huge team fights. This time they also got an Akali, once again matched up with that Kai'Sa that can follow up these heavy engages by Wukong. Seraphine once again picked for the support position on Echo. Ziggs this time not banned, so the Echo mid laner is going to be able to pick that. Fiora in the Baron lane to fight that Akali, and then Ezreal Marksman, and the roster for Western G gets finished up with even more heavy engage tools with that Rakan. Rakan honestly probably the hardest engage support that we have in Wild Rift currently. Like, he can just jump in, pop that ult, run in, flash on top of your carries, and it is absolutely insane engagement. Move my camera out of the way, we are recording, okay, we're set to go. And now listen, I'm so excited. Whenever I see these Akali picks, I'm always so excited. Guys, you know, I simp Akali. Listen, it is not only my waifu, it is also my favorite champion in the game, ability-wise. So, I'm always happy to see her, and she's oftentimes banned, so I'm really excited to see what Yova can do here, okay? That's a very cool name. I have to say, it's like Yoda, but it's with a V. I don't know, man. Anyway, we have Galio in the mid lane going up against that Ziggs. Fiora against that Akali. Again, Fiora wins that matchup. Both are incredible soy boys though, because they went for barrier. Both of them. That is absolutely insane. We have an electrocute Wukong, but we also have a Seraphine getting engaged on. She is exhausted. She almost drops down, survives in the end. I think the Kai'Sa could just follow up there with a flash and just throw one more auto attack. The heal was down. Even if the Seraphine flashes away, she would still die. I feel like that might have been worth, but Western G Marksman decides to hold on to that flash instead. We have once again Galio with the Ignite, which is very very nice to see. Ziggs pretty standard setup there with his Aerie in the mid lane barrier. We have Jungle Camille, which I haven't touched upon yet, which is pretty interesting to see. We don't see that often, but again, they picked the Camille first pick. She got counter-picked by Akali, because Akali just beats everyone right in the Baron lane, except for Fiora with Undying, Grasp of the Undying. So they decided to quickly pick that Fiora, counter the Akali, and as you can see, it's working wonders. Very nice draft so far by Echo. Of course, they won the first game. They're already looking solid in that second game. However, their bot lane is losing. Their bot lane definitely losing so far. They have that nice poke combo again with that Ezreal Seraphine. You know, they can dish out a lot of poke damage. However, if they get engaged on, as soon as Kai'Sa has her Q evolution, if they get engaged on by the Rakan, they're pretty much donezo. That is going to be too much damage to sustain for them. But we'll see if that Akali gets ganked. She doesn't have her Shroud. She has to be dead here. She flashes away. The Camille follows up with a flash, ults, and that is a very easy first blood. Gets gifted over to the Fiora. So Fiora is going to smash that lane even harder from now on. And the more that matchup goes on, the stronger the Fiora gets. Yes, the stronger Akali gets as well, but Fiora is just an absolutely broken champion. Even more broken than Akali. It is what it is, guys. Fiora, I always say that, she wins every single lane matchup in the solo lane. She is just that insane. And she scales really well with levels, with items. So the later that goes, hey, tough luck, you're not going to come back. The only one that comes back, kind of, from what I've seen, but maybe it was a player diff, was the Camille. That was the only champion that I saw beat the Fiora in esports. But again, only starting at level 9 maybe, when she gets some more points in that queue, where she can really just dish out a lot of true damage with that Fiora. Now again, the Fiora of course has fleet footwork, because she's jungling. That is pretty much the go-to if you are jungle, if you are playing jungle Camille. I think I was saying Fiora. Camille, I meant of course. If you're playing jungle Camille, you have to go fleet footwork. If you play lane Camille, you have 3 different options. You can go Conqueror, fleet footwork, or even the Grasp of the Undying. And I say even, while it is probably the most popular one for Camille. And we have the Ocean Dragon already being taken down by Western G. They are a little bit behind. They lost that first blood. Oh, nope. The Wukong is able to secure the smite. Very well done. The Seraphine flashes away, gets followed up by the Kai'Sa. That is what I'm always talking about. And the Q evolution by Kai'Sa finishes off the Ezreal kill. Yes, that was a ridiculous amount of damage there. And yes, she needs some more nerfs. Now, as you saw there, this is the beauty of the Kai'Sa with these team compositions. That is honestly, if I was a coach, I would always try to draft this. I think Kai'Sa is by far the best marksman. And the best way to play Kai'Sa is to enable her by matching her up with a bunch of CC, with a bunch of diving CC, where she can decide to stay in the backline, stay in her, play the front to back team fight, where she just stays back, she gets protected by her support, she deals a ton of damage with her Q evolution, with her passive, she can shred tanks as well, with her bonus attack speed on her third ability. And she can decide to play the team fight like that. But if she gets dove by too many assassins, if your Wukong is diving the enemy backline, she can just ult away from the assassins, dive the enemy marksman, and completely turn the team fight. She can just completely one-shot the enemy marksman. So she can be played as an assassin. And that is exactly how she was played, this MSI, in PC League of Legends. In the mid-season invitational, where she was the most picked marksman. She seemed to be absolutely insane, and they always paired her up with some heavy CC that can hit the backline. Like that Nautilus, he is not in Wild Rift yet, but think of him, he has an ultimate that is point click, you just press it onto the enemy, and it just throws a little shockwave under the ground, and it just knocks up one enemy. And yeah, it knocks that enemy up, Kai'Sa follows up, boom, easy kills, right? And he is a support, so he is always with her. He's played as a support currently. While I'm saying that, we have the Rift Herald being taken down by Echo. So they are still fighting back, of course. They are 800 gold behind. They are a dragon behind as well. The towers are completely dead even. And we have Galio solely, I don't even know how to pronounce that, defending that top lane tier 2 against the Camille and Fiora, but they don't really have a minion wave yet. The Camille is backing out, the Fiora is not going to overextend, so there's nothing gonna be happening there. The Fiora going a little bit deep there into the jungle, just sitting there providing vision at the Krugs. She's not gonna be able to steal that red buff or anything. It is gonna be donated over to the Kai'Sa. Now the Fiora has a very good angle onto that Galio, and he's probably building full AP, so he's really in trouble here. He dashes into her. The redemption gets used by his team, by the Rakan, I believe there, and he is able to just poke her out, so nothing really returned onto him there. Now this game is very slow compared to the last one, right? Last one, we had like 10 kills at this point already in total, or even 15. There were team fights constantly. This time, it is a lot more controlled. I would attribute that to Echo being behind the early game, and the nature of this being a best of 3, and then being 1-0 ahead. They are not able to do much. They're not able to just force these fights as well as last game. And Western G is probably a little bit scared, and they want to play a little bit controlled. They want to let this Kai'Sa scale. However, do they get outscaled? I'm not sure, because in team fights, Echo has Fiora and Camille, both of which are not that strong at team fighting. They have a Ziggs, they have an Ezreal, they have a Seraphine, which is pretty decent, but in the end, this is not too strong of a team fighting lineup. Meanwhile, you have Galio, you have Wukong, you have Rakan, you have Kai'Sa, and even Akali is not the best team fighter, but at least she has an AoE ult, whereas Fiora and Camille only have single target ults, so they're really not, they really get completely outclassed by Akali in teamfights. So I feel like Western G has it in the bag in the late game. We'll see if they can make it go all the way to 3 games. Would be really, really fun. Would be really fun to see, to check out that 3rd game then. But Echo, of course, wants to seal the deal here. They want to finish this up. They want to end the series 2-0. And they start by putting down the Rift Herald in the mid lane. I believe it was about the timeout anyway. So they decide to do that and try to just get this tower, then rotate over to the dragon instantly while the enemies are busy clearing the Rift Herald. However, the Rift Herald gets cleared super fast. The Rakan misclicked his ult, I believe. Let's just rewind real quick. The Rakan misclicked his ult. Yep, misclicked. That is pretty crazy, guys. No Rakan ult means I think Western G just won't fight that at all. And Echo realizes that. They saw the Rakan ult come out. The Rakan and Galio are also poked out. And this will be a free dragon. That is a really big and unfortunate mistake. That pretty much puts a stop to this game a little bit now. Because Echo is pretty happy with this. They get the Cloud Drake and the Akali gets caught out. However, she has the Shroud, she has the Zhonya's, she is able to juke away, she gets support by the Wukong and by the Galio ult, and that was just beautiful. The Ignite of Galio finishes off the Camille as well. 2 kills in the bag. Beautiful clutch gameplay there by the whole team effort. Akali played it well mechanically to get away at the end, you know, with that nice little ult and flash away. However, the Galio, of course, good eyes, good macro, instantly watching the minimap, instantly sees his teammate getting caught out, follows up with the ult, and that is absolutely immaculate gameplay there. Western G able to get a nice little gold lead again, more than 1,000 gold, but at this point it doesn't really matter that much. 1,000 gold is not seizable enough for 35k almost gold totals. The Ziggs is able to finish up that tower finally with his satchel charge. And we have Ziggs already has his Luden's Echo and the Rabadon's Death Cap. That is a lot of damage, okay? But meanwhile, on the side of Galio, he also has a Rod of Ages and the Rabadon's Death Cap. So that is also a lot of damage. Both mid laners very, very fed, in a good position, very well farmed. And we'll see if this Akali will get caught again. She doesn't have her stasis available. She gets ulted. Oh, she gets revealed. Again, the follow-up by the Galio ult though. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. I would say that's worth. Echo using both their ultimates once again. Of course, they can reveal the Akali with, I believe, the Fiora ultimate, but I'm not sure. And we have Rakan actually engaging, Wukong following up, but I don't think they have. Yeah, the Kai'Sa realized there, she can't really go in there. Does the Ziggs have his ult? He does. Why doesn't he go for a snipe? I think he should try to snipe out the Wukong there. It's only like a 1-minute ult cooldown on that Ziggs at this point, and you can try to get the GA pop. I think that is worth. You get the GA, it's a long cooldown, it's pretty nice. The Rakan gets caught pretty hard there, gets dropped to pretty low health, but is able to get away. And the Ziggs, as I said, is looking juicy, doing a lot of damage. Definitely a big problem here for Western G. I think you take that. Jump in, bro. Jump in, man. You gotta jump in, bro. He shouldn't jump in, obviously, with that weakness on him. But it's okay. It's okay, man. You gotta be hype, you know? I would jump in. I would take half my health there, but I would jump in. Let me tell you that. But I would also have Ignite. So I would probably all in. Try to kill. I wouldn't. Ooh, he almost hits the Shuriken flip. Ooh, he gets the weakness popped. See how easy Fiora is to play as well, man. I'm telling you, man. People say Fiora is hard. She is the hardest champion in the entire game, believe it or not, to be completely mastered because of her ridiculously hard and fast combo. You know, you have to be super quick with your fingers to pull off the fastest possible weakness pop on your ultimate, right? To pop all 4 weaknesses as fast as possible. You need to be ridiculously quick. However, you don't have to do that. You saw me play Fiora, in the jungle even. She's so broken, you can just face roll, bruv. She is absolutely broken soy tier It is so triggering that they did not nerf her at all. It is honestly brain dead, but it is what it is. She needs a fat nerf, man. You can see how easy she is to operate in the lane. You know, there's no... Yeah, sure, the ult combo is hard, but there's nothing hard about poking the enemy to half health with one single Q. You know, popping that weakness. There's really nothing hard about that. That is just unfair, that is just dumb. Please nerf. We have an Infernal Drake on the plate. Both teams are pretty even here. They're pretty well set up to fight for this. And I think we will see a fat fight unless the fat finger action comes in by the Rakan again and he misclicks on that ultimate. However, hey, Echo is already doing it. Western G, you gotta follow up. Someone has to go in. It is gonna reset. Ooh, the Rakan goes in. Galio ult gonna follow up. Beautiful. Wukong ult is sick. The Kai'Sa again jumps into the backline. Gets tagged by the Seraphine ult, but she uses her Zhonya's beautifully. Gets attacked by the satchel charge of the Ziggs. And while I'm saying that, I was having my eyes on Kai'Sa because that is the most important teammate for Western G. However, if the whole team dies, that is just absolutely crazy. I believe Fiora was just going crazy in the backline there, completely destroying the Galio and everyone, and I think that's just going to be game. That's how fast it ends. The dragon is still alive, the Kai'Sa will die. What is happening? Jesus Christ, we have to check out that teamfight again. This is one for the slow-mos, okay? This is a nice little slow-motion teamfight. Holy moly, what was happening there? Someone must have messed up hard. Because there's no way at an even point that they lose so hard. So the Wukong gets popped instantly, right? Because he went a little bit too deep. But the Kai'Sa actually followed up. I think the Akali completely got one-shot and messed up. Okay, so Akali uses her ult right here onto the Fiora. The Galio is deep. Now you have a four-man core here, and the Wukong is way too deep. The Kai'Sa abandons this, but this is a 1v3, guys. What is Akali doing? She misses her shuriken flip. She didn't do anything so far. And she gets poked out by, oh my god, okay, she flashes in. And she just gets one shot almost. She flashes into the... I mean, you can't ult full HP targets like that. You do 0 damage as Akali. Akali was completely useless the entire team fight. She didn't do anything. Now you have a Galio. You have the Kai'Sa flashing away. The Galio, yeah, I mean, no one else is dead so far. But the Fiora just finishes off Rakan. And the Galio gets pretty much popped. The Wukong... woke up from his slumber in GA, and yeah, it's just, Akali did nothing. Akali did nothing. Galio kind of did nothing. I mean, did he hit a good taunt? Not really. He landed on his ult right here. He hit the taunt. He misses the E. He misses the E right here. Oh, goodness, guys. You need to focus fire on the Fiora. Isn't that obvious? What is this action here? Ay, you did 10 health. Oh my god, I'm tilted. Oh my lord, you need to kill the Fiora instantly. Especially because she already used her riposte, didn't she? She must have used her riposte already. Maybe not, but guys, it doesn't matter, man. One riposte, come on, man. That's crazy. I wish I was Fiora in this teamfight, man. Nothing, look, she's taunted up, just one-shot her. Akali, hello? Okay. Anyway, guys, let's not flame them too much. This is a fast team fight, you know, everyone makes mistakes. We're just here analyzing, okay? Something to learn here for all the Akali players. Don't ult people that are full HP when you pop your ult, you know, like your second ult. It does 0 damage. Ay. Let's see your items. I'm not sure. Maybe he has maybe he went for the full burst build. Maybe he has a void staff or something, thinking he can just burst people down. Rabadon's Void Staff, but it doesn't seem like it. I think he went for a terrible build. He went for this and this. These two items do 0 damage with your ult. This item is focused around being in fight and dealing 10% bonus damage, then yeah, cool. But it gives you a very low amount of AP, so I don't like the item anymore on Akali. I bailed it very late game. And this item is focused around hitting enemies that are low HP, critting. So this is probably the worst build you can go for if you are looking for fighting a team fight like that, where you just hit squishies with your second ult. This item build is good if you're fighting against a tank like Mundo or a Singed, because you have a lot of percentage damage and you have the crits, and the crits against very tanky enemies are gonna get a lot of value, because quick maths, 35% health of a Mundo when he's at 35% health is still like 1000 health that you have to hit through, and finish them off. But on a squishy, it's like 300 health. So quick maths, you're gonna get more value hitting these crits you're gonna hit more crits onto a Mundo tanky target. Anyway, guys, enough with the rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed. We went very in depth with this team fight. I think it was very sick. I think it was good content. Let me know though in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave an algorithmic comment if you have nothing to say to support the channel. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.